Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully, you're doing fine. In today's session, I'm going to talk about making PowerPoint slides for presentations and speeches. There are some pitfalls that we have to avoid, and they are called as bad slides. So, topics to be covered in this particular session: outlines, slide structure, fonts, color, background, graphic, spelling and grammar, conclusion, and questions. So, we are going to talk about each of these points in detail while having examples from our daily life experiences that what to do and what to avoid while presenting a professional presentation in academic as well as in professional life. First point is making outlines. Make your outlines in your first and second slides as the outline of your presentation, as is the example given in this particular session. This was the outline that is already made for this particular session. So, making outlines is the first point. It should be displayed in the first and the second slide of the presentation. Then follow the order of your outlines for the rest of the presentation. Only place main points on the outlines. Example, use the title of each slide as main points. Side points should not be mentioned over here, rather, they could be covered while presenting a speech or presentation. Next is the slide structure. A good slide structure uses one or two slides per minute of your presentation. Write in point forms, not in complete sentences. Include 4 to 5 points per slide. Avoid wordiness. Use keywords and phrases only. A bad slide is the one that has too much stuff in it. For example, this is the example of the bed slide which is fully covered, because you have to see from the perspective of the audience sitting before you. There are people who are sitting at the far end or the rear end of the room. They would be unable to view or have a look at this particular slide, and they would be unable to read it. So this page contains too many words for a presentation slide. It is not written in point form, making it difficult both for your audience to read and for you to present each point. Although there are exactly the same number of the points on this slide as the previous slide, it looks much more complicated. In short, your audience will spend too much time trying to read this paragraph instead of listening to you. So the focus will be shifted from you to the slide, and which is not at all appropriate and recommended for your presentation. So a good slide structure will be the one that you can have a look at it. It is the one that shows one point at a time, will help audience concentrate on what you are saying, will prevent audience from reading ahead, and then will help you keep your presentation focused. So a good presentation slide is the one that is displayed before you. Then a bad structure is the one where distracting animations are used. So do not use distracting animations which are as cartoons. Do not go overboard with the animation, and be consistent with the animation that you use. So animations should be consistent. Too much use of cartoons and animations would distract the people, and they are not going to pay attention to what you have to say. Rather, their attention span will be diverted to the slides only, and which is not going to stay good for your presentation. A good font size is the one that has at least 18 font point. Use different size font points for the main headings or secondary points. Use This is the 24 point. The main point is in 28 point, and the title font is 36. So various points helped the audience to pay attention on the title, on the heading, on the subheadings, and on the detail given in the slide. So use a standard font like Times New Roman or Arial because they are going to help the audience to stay focused, more design oriented and more funky styles of writing are not going to help the audience. So here we have to stay stuck with the standard font size. And then what is a bad font size? A bad font size is the one that is too small. So if you use a small font size, your audience would won't be able to read what you have written. Capitalize only when necessary. It is difficult to read the capitalized sentences. Don't use complicated font. So capitalization is not a normal thing, rather it is a kind of extraordinary situation, and the people normally are unable to make sense of the capitalized sentences. Rather, we have to stay within the sentence form, which is a kind of ordinary sentence with the use of punctuation marks. Then next, color scheme. Color scheme is also very important. Use a color of font that contrasts sharply with the background. For example, blue font on white background is appropriate. Also use color to reinforce the logic of your structure. Light blue title and dark blue text would also be good. So use colors to emphasize a point, but only use this occasionally. So colors in live presentations, they really matter a lot, because whenever you are presenting in a room, there the sharp colors are not going to help your audience to make sense of whatever you want to deliver. Rather, simple background with a clear white background helps the people to understand, to view, and to make sense of the situation. For example, there are some bad colors like the one that is displayed before you, yellow color. People won't be able to make sense of this particular yellow color using a font color that does not contrast with the background color is hard to read. So using color for decoration is distracting and annoying. So using a different color for each point is unnecessary. Using a different color for secondary point is also unnecessary. Rather, the same color would be helpful in live presentations. For example, have a look at this sentence. Trying to be creative can also be bad. So if you are looking at this particular sentence from a distance, you won't be able to make some sense out of it. That is why it is recommended to use simple and contrasting colors that go with the slides. Rather, the colors that create the kind of the blurry vision won't be helpful at all. So, like, good background is the one where you use the background like this one that are attractive but simple. So use background which are light in color, and then use the same background consistently throughout your presentation. Why so? Because you are going to present it in a larger room where lights would be on, or where daylights would be peeping through the window panes. So in that particular way, if the color is dark, if the background is dark, then it is not going to be visible to your audience. So it is appropriate that you use the light colors which are visible. For example, this color is not at all going to be helpful to your audience. So we have to avoid this type of the background that are distracting or difficult to read, because it has too many colors, it has too many contrasts, and these colors and contrasts they are not going to help you stay focused, and your audience are going to lose their interest in these colors, and these colors won't be visible at all. So staying simple is the key. Always be consistent with the background, and that you use where simple one and white one or blue one, light ones are recommended, so that the people could easily read and see whatever you want to deliver. Then there are graphs. Use graphs rather than charts or words. Data in graphs is easier to comprehend and retain than a raw data. Trends are easier to visualize in graphs form. Always title your graphs. For example, this table, when you have a look at it, it is going to be difficult for your audience to make sense. And if on the other hand you use this chart with this type of contrast, it is going to be helpful because you use blue balls and then you use red balls or pink ones, so purple ones, so they are going to help the audience to make sense of it. So these types of graphs with too many contrasting colors, they are not going to be helpful, and they are rather going to distract the people having a look at it. Then bad graphs are the one where minor grid lines are unnecessary, font is too small, colors are illogical, title is missing, shading is distracting, and then you have to avoid all such situations where bad graphs are utilized. Rather, good one and formal ones should be promoted and used. Spellings and grammar, proofread your slides. This is essential because proofreading and presenting with the correct use of the grammar and spelling is necessary. Spelling mistakes and the use of repeated words and grammatical errors that you might make, it should be avoided, and rather people should be able to make sense out of whatever you present. So if you present the data with wrong spellings and wrong grammar and having error in them, so then definitely they are going to present a very negative image of you before the audience and before the viewer. So if English is not your first language, please have someone else check your presentation, because in that way the kind of image that you want to present will be better with the correct use of grammar and spellings. Also, the next slide, which is related to conclusion. So use an effective and strong closing remarks. Your audience is likely to remember your last words. Use a conclusion slide to summarize the main points of your presentation. Suggest future avenues of research, and then your the last point or the last session of your presentation should be question answer session. So this QA session is also very important, and your presentation with the simple question slides, and then invite your audience to ask questions, and then provide a visual during question period. Avoid ending presentations abruptly. Rather, things should be systematic. That is why people would be able to make sense out of your presentation. So in today's presentation we talked about various things, and those various things include our outlines, slide structures, fonts, color scheme, background of our slides, and then graphs that we utilized, spelling and the grammar that we use while writing our presentations, and then the conclusion and question answer session. So if you have any question related to these, you can reach me out through the comment sections. Till then, stay happy and stay blessed, and make this world a happy and a blessed place. So stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.